The Young and the Restless spoilers and preview for the week of March 24-28, 2025, tease intense drama. Genoa City is about to face shocking revelations. Victor Newman's past resurfaces, bringing new questions and betrayals. Philly's Summers struggles emotionally, leaning on Billy Abbott for support. Meanwhile, Sally Spectre wrestles with jealousy as Billy grows closer to Philly's. Traci Abbott makes a terrifying discovery about Alan Laurent, which could change everything. The latest preview video teases a week full of drama and emotional turmoil. Victor's past comes back to haunt him. Victor Newman faces questions about Aristotle Dumas. Michael Baldwin picks up on Victor's cryptic hints. Victor eventually confirms there's a history between him and Aristotle. His expression suggests past betrayals may resurface. Will Victor reveal the full truth, or will he keep some secrets buried? As tensions rise, Michael may push for more answers, setting off a dangerous game of deception. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Billy rushes to Philly's aid. Philly's Summers struggles emotionally after her captivity ordeal. In the park, she breaks down in front of Billy Abbott. She fears letting her kids see her in such distress. Billy offers support, asking how he can help. Philly's has an idea, but keeps it vague. Will she make a drastic move to heal, or is she headed for another downward spiral? Billy's involvement could create ripple effects, bringing old emotions to the surface. Billy's bond with Philly's might create tension elsewhere. As he helps his ex, Sally Spectre could grow jealous. Could this bring complications to Billy's current relationship? Sally may not sit back quietly if she feels threatened. Will she confront Billy about his connection to Philly's? This love triangle could bring unexpected twists that leave all three on shaky ground. Traci's devastating discovery. Traci Abbott faces a shocking realization about Alan Laurent. She updates Jack Abbott with a chilling suspicion. Traci fears Alan isn't who he claims to be. She tearfully says, "I am not sure he is who he says he is." Could Martin Laurent have survived and swapped places with Alan? If true, Traci's engagement dream may shatter. The puzzle pieces are coming together, but will Traci expose the truth before it's too late? If Martin is alive, what could his next move be? The week ahead is filled with high stakes and emotional moments. Victor's past, Philly's breakdown, Billy's complicated love life, and Traci's heartbreak will drive the drama. Secrets will be exposed and unexpected alliances may form. Who will come out stronger and who will be left picking up the pieces? The Young and the Restless spoilers and preview promises a gripping week ahead. Stay tuned for more updates on Soap Opera Daily. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest the week of March 24-28 will offer some explosive moments in the land of Genoa City. The soap's preview just dropped, and it looks like Philly's Summers will struggle in the aftermath of her kidnapping. It also seems as if she'll lean on Billy Abbott for support. Will Philly's mental health issues be the very thing that locks the Philly reunion? Billy Abbott has a pattern. One of Billy's stronger qualities is his advocacy of mental health issues and breaking the stigma of these conditions. Fans have seen him help his sister, Ashley Abbott, with her dissociative identity disorder, and he has also admitted to struggling with the same condition in the past. Billy was also by Connor Newman's side while the young boy was dealing with his obsessive-compulsive disorder, not only as a way to help him, but his girlfriend at the time, Chelsea Lawson. With that said, fans may recall that the very reason Billy and Chelsea hooked up was because he saved her from unaliving herself. Chelsea was dealing with depression in 2022 and almost did the unthinkable until Billy stopped her. The entire incident and Billy's commitment to helping Chelsea with her mental health bonded the two. They slowly but surely turned their friendship into romance. Will lightning strike twice? Phillies is dealing with some trauma, and Billy will likely support her in every way possible. But will the two find romance in the process? There's a very good chance that spending more time together could secure a romantic reunion. Billy sizzled with Philly's back when the character was played by actress Gina Tignoni. So will fans see those same sparks if Philly dives into the sheets? With Michelle Stafford now as Phillies, only time will tell. Would you like to see Billy and Phillies reunite? Comment below. Check out the CBS Soap Daily to catch all the drama in Genoa City and visit this site often for the best young and the restless updates, news, and spoilers. On the heels of the big rescue in the creepy abandoned psychiatric clinic, young and restless Nick found himself in yet another scary place when Sharon put him on the spot about his feelings. But a twist left fans wondering which of his ex-wives he'll ultimately get back together with, her or Phillies. Nick admitted he'd thought about getting back together with Sharon during the candid conversation at Crimson Lights, but revealed that he didn't want to pursue it because there had been too much pain in their past. He'd hurt her too much and didn't trust himself not to do it again. Or perhaps he hasn't been able to forgive himself. Nick told Sharon he wasn't willing to risk the close friendship and co-parenting relationship they've built to accompany her to London and possibly reignite their romance. In a moment that would be a good metaphor for their past, Nick and Sharon's intimate conversation was interrupted by Phillies. Well, not Phillies herself, but Summer voicing concerns about her mother, who is not doing well after the ordeal in the former mental facility. Nick left Sharon to go with his daughter to check on his ex, but not before assuring Sharon he'd give further consideration to joining her on the trip. This left young and restless fans wondering if Nick would ultimately forego the chance to reunite with Sharon overseas, to stay in Genoa City, and keep tabs on the struggling Phillies and be pulled back into a love story with her. Our hunch is that Nick will get back together with Sharon, eventually. That said, it's clear the writers are using ploys to drag it out. The dream sequence teases the rescues, the distractions, and Nick's fears. If the Newman elects to stay in town to keep an eye on Phillies, Sharon may take that as a sign that it's not meant to be. She may even meet someone new in London, which would delay a reunion with Nick even longer. As for Phillies, it appears she'll be leaning on her business partner and the man who saved her life, Billy, in the immediate future. So, unless young and restless writers are gearing up for a Nick/Phillies/Billy/Sally quadrangle, it's unlikely that Nick is headed in the redhead's direction romantically. Then again, she and Nick did cheat together the last time she dated Billy, so anything's possible. The young and the restless fans are buzzing about why the hit CBS soap isn't on today and when it will return. Once again, it's a short week for Y&R, but fans should be used to it this time of year. The daytime drama is on a brief hiatus following a rather lackluster week. Honestly, we expected more of a cliffhanger than Traci remaining clueless that her fiancé Alan is a lying kidnapper. Also, Adam and Chelsea are hitting the sheets. Here we are, though, on the young and the restless break, leaving soap fans wondering what is going on. Why isn't the young and the restless on today? There's a good reason the daytime drama isn't on, and it happens yearly. Y&R was preempted today, Thursday, March 20, for CBS coverage of March Madness. The network airs the NCAA Men's Division I basketball tournament yearly, preempting all programming the first 2 days. Yes, that means that Y&R will also not air on Friday, March 21. On Monday, March 24, new episodes of The Young and the Restless will resume. Fans can expect a full week of episodes despite March Madness being in full swing. Things should pick up right where they left off on the CBS soap as the stage is set for May sweeps. What can Y&R fans expect when the show is back? The aftermath of Phillies and Sharon's kidnapping will be front and center, with the ordeal taking a toll on both of them in very different ways. Meanwhile, Aristotle Dumas becomes a sore point for Victor, and something tells us the mustache has a not-so-great history with the mystery businessman. Y and R fan theories are buzzing that Days of Our Lives star Billy Flynn will play Aristotle, but nothing is confirmed. Honestly, we hope so because the other rumor is that Billy is a no recast, and that would be a waste. Traci is headed for heartbreak when she discovers the truth about Alan, who many of us are convinced is his evil twin, Martin. We will see movement on that front when the show returns. Those are just some things the young and the restless viewers can look forward to once the long weekend break is over. In other Y and R news, fans have been wondering where Abby has been lately, and you read all about why she's missing here. Genoa City is about to lose one of its most legendary figures. The young and the restless fans were left shocked and heartbroken by the news that Jess Walton, the iconic actress behind Jill Abbott, is leaving the show. But why is she stepping away now? And what does this mean for Jill's future? Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the real reason behind her exit, and what this means for the Abbott, Chancellor, and Winters families moving forward. Jill Abbott, a legacy like no other. For decades, Jess Walton has brought fire, ambition, and drama to Genoa City as Jill Abbott. From her explosive feuds with Catherine Chancellor to her ruthless business moves at Chancellor Winters, Jill has been a powerhouse character that fans have loved, and sometimes loved to hate. But now, after years of dominating the screen, Walton is saying goodbye. The big question is this permanent, or could Jill make a shocking return? Why is Jess Walton leaving? The truth revealed. According to inside sources, Jess Walton's departure is due to a mix of personal reasons and creative direction. The beloved actress has been taking a step back in recent years, enjoying time with her family while still making occasional guest appearances. However, recent shakeups in Y and R's storyline may have influenced her decision to exit completely, at least for now. Could this mean Jill's storyline is coming to a dramatic end, or is there more happening behind the scenes? What's next for Jill Abbott? A shocking goodbye or a suspicious disappearance? With Jill being such an integral part of Genoa City, her exit will no doubt be dramatic. But will she leave on her own terms? Or is Y and R planning a jaw-dropping twist? Will Jill be forced out of Chancellor Winters in a corporate war? Could she be written off in a shocking betrayal or tragedy? Or is there a secret plot brewing that could lead to her return? Fans are begging for answers, and speculation is running wild. What this means for Genoa City, the fallout begins. With Jill gone, the power dynamics in Genoa City will never be the same. Who will step up to take her place? And how will her departure shake up the Chancellor Winters empire? Will Billy finally take control, or will he spiral out of control? Could Lily and Devon face a new corporate threat in Jill's absence? And is Tucker McCall plotting to take advantage of this shocking shakeup? One thing's for sure, Y and R will never be the same. Will Jess Walton return? Never say never. While this exit seems final, the young and the restless is known for shocking comebacks. Could Jill return down the road for a revenge plot or family crisis? In the heart of Genoa City, where secrets and lies are a way of life, Traci Abbott finds herself pushed to the edge. For years, Traci has been a beacon of kindness and compassion. But a series of shocking revelations shatter her trust and ignite a fierce determination for justice. The man she once believed to be her true love, Alan, is exposed as a fraud, nothing more than a puppet in a far more sinister game, orchestrated by the calculating and ruthless Martin. This betrayal sends Traci on a path from heartbreak to vengeance, culminating in a confrontation that could change everything. Traci's world crumbles when she uncovers the truth. Martin, a master manipulator who has lurked in the shadows for years, has been pulling the strings behind Alan's deception. What stings the most is realizing that the love she thought was real was a carefully crafted illusion. Traci, once trusting and innocent, transforms into a woman driven by the need to reclaim her dignity and hold Martin accountable for the pain he's caused. As Martin's crimes come to light, the residents of Genoa City begin to see through his carefully constructed facade. His web of lies unravels, and his powerful hold over those around him weakens. But Martin isn't one to back down easily. Despite the growing suspicion and hostility around him, he plots one last scheme, one that could destroy Traci and anyone else who stands in his way. Determined to stop him, Traci takes matters into her own hands. Fueled by years of betrayal and heartache, she refuses to be a victim any longer. In a dramatic and unexpected turn, Traci confronts Martin in a secluded alleyway. The air is thick with tension as she demands answers, her voice trembling with a mix of sorrow and rage. Martin, ever the manipulator, tries to justify his actions, claiming his schemes were necessary to achieve his goals. But Traci isn't swayed. She reminds him of every painful memory, every tear, every sleepless night, caused by his cruel deception. As their heated exchange escalates, it becomes clear that Martin's time is running out. For once, he is no longer in control. Traci, armed with both the truth and a loaded gun, refuses to let him slip away unpunished. The weight of her anguish and the burning desire for justice push her to the brink. With a steady hand and a heart heavy with years of torment, she pulls the trigger. The gunshot rings out, echoing through the dark alley. Martin collapses to the ground, his reign of terror brought to a swift and final end. In the eerie silence that follows, Traci is left to grapple with the consequences of her actions. While she may have put an end to Martin's villainy, the emotional scars remain. She knows that no act of vengeance can undo the pain he caused. But in that moment, she reclaims a sense of power that had been stolen from her for so long. News of Martin's death spreads quickly through Genoa City, sending shockwaves across the community. Some view it as long overdue justice for a man who thrived on manipulation and chaos. Others mourn the tragic downfall of a once powerful figure, however twisted his motives may have been. For Traci, the path forward is uncertain. She has avenged her broken heart, but the weight of her actions lingers. In the aftermath of the confrontation, Genoa City begins to change. The exposure of Martin's true nature serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the most carefully concealed secrets will eventually come to light. Traci, though burdened by the heavy price of her vengeance, emerges as a symbol of strength and resilience. Her journey from a heartbroken woman to a force of justice is a testament to the power of truth and the unyielding spirit of those who refuse to be broken. As the city reflects on the dramatic showdown, one thing is clear: Traci's actions will not be forgotten. In a place where loyalty is fragile and betrayal is always lurking, her fight for justice stands as a powerful reminder that even the most shattered hearts can rise again. Genoa City is about to be turned upside down in the most shocking twist yet. Secrets are unraveling, dangerous alliances are forming, and two of the town's most powerful women, Sharon and Phyllis, are in serious trouble. But will Nick and Billy get to them in time before it's too late? This is a young and the restless bombshell you can't afford to miss. Twisted twins, who are they and what do they want? Mysterious figures have been lurking in the shadows, and now their true identities are coming to light. Rumors are swirling that twins, linked to a dark past, have resurfaced, carrying a vendetta that could destroy Leaves. Could they be connected to a long-lost Newman or Abbott scandal? Or are they after revenge for something that happened years ago? Whatever their motives, one thing is clear: they're dangerous and they're playing a deadly game. And unfortunately, Sharon and Phyllis are caught in the middle. Sharon and Phyllis in grave danger. Can they escape? Sharon and Phyllis may not always see eye to eye, but this time they're both facing a terrifying threat. The Twisted Twins have set their sights on them, and the walls are closing in. Whispers suggest that one of them is being held against her will, while the other is walking straight into a trap. Could this be connected to a long-buried secret from Sharon's past? Or is Phyllis finally paying the price for one of her many schemes? Time is running out, and if no one intervenes, the consequences could be deadly. Nick and Billy's race to the rescue, but are they already too late? Nick and Billy aren't about to let Sharon and Phillies fall victim to this twisted plot. But as they dig deeper, they realize this isn't just a simple rescue mission. It's a battle against a force far more sinister than they ever imagined. Both men have dark pasts of their own, and this fight could expose secrets they've desperately tried to keep buried. Will they risk everything to save Sharon and Phillies? Or will the Twisted Twins get the upper hand before they even get the chance? With every second that passes, the stakes get higher. The fallout will change everything. As this high-stakes drama unfolds, Genoa City will never be the same. Friendships will be tested, relationships will shatter, and a shocking revelation is about to rock the entire town. In the shadowy corners of Genoa City, where secrets can be as valuable as gold and loyalty, is a rare commodity. A shocking reunion threatens to upend the city's delicate balance. At the center of this emotional turmoil is Claire, a young woman haunted by questions of identity, and Martin, the elusive and feared mastermind with a mysterious past. As hidden truths come to light, their connection raises one burning question: are they truly father and daughter? For years, Martin has operated in the shadows, crafting elaborate schemes and keeping both his enemies and supposed allies at bay. Known for his ruthless, calculated demeanor, few would suspect that behind the cold exterior lies a secret that could dismantle his empire: a daughter. Claire, despite her strength and determination, finds herself caught in the middle of Martin's chaotic world, struggling with the burden of a legacy she never chose. When Martin's identity is exposed, the revelation sends shockwaves through both the elite and the criminal underworld of Genoa. As law enforcement and vengeful rivals close in, the pressure mounts on Claire. Overcome by fear and confusion, she confronts the reality that the man she may call Dad is not just a shadowy figure, but a flesh and blood parent entangled in a dangerous web of deceit. With tears streaming down her face, Claire wrestles with the implications of a truth she never expected to confront. In a rare and emotional meeting, Martin and Claire find themselves face to face in a secluded corner of Genoa, away from the prying eyes that would use their bond against them. Their encounter is heavy with unspoken words and unresolved questions. Claire, overwhelmed by longing and desperation, runs to Martin, embracing him with a tearful plea, an act that reveals her deep desire for connection and protection. For a brief moment, the harsh world around them fades as the two share a fragile, heartfelt reunion. Yet, beneath the surface of this emotional encounter lies a deeper mystery. Rumors swirl through the city about a shadowy figure named Jordan, a man who may be tied to Martin's schemes. Speculation grows that Jordan and Martin could be working together to manipulate the city's power structure. Could Jordan be another piece in the puzzle of Claire's parentage? The possibility that their bond may not be as straightforward as it seems adds another layer of complexity to an already tangled narrative. Claire, torn between loyalty to her father and a desire to protect the innocent people of Genoa, begs Martin to leave the city and start anew. With her voice trembling, she pleads, "Please, Dad, get away from here. I can help you start over somewhere safe." Her request is not just a call for escape. It is a plea for redemption, a chance to break free from the destructive cycle that has defined Martin's life. But Martin's response is as cold as it is resolute. With a grim smile, he refuses her plea, declaring that chaos is the only life he knows. "I was born to disrupt," he says, his voice laced with a chilling finality. For him, a peaceful life is an impossible dream, one he is neither willing nor able to pursue. The emotional standoff between father and daughter escalates into a fierce argument. Claire, her eyes blazing with conviction, confronts Martin about the damage he has caused. "I don't want you to hurt anyone else," she cries, hoping to reach the humanity she believes still lingers within him. Yet, Martin's resolve remains unshaken. His life, he insists, is inseparable from the chaos he creates. As the night deepens, the fragile bond between them strains under the weight of their opposing desires. Claire's hope for a better future clashes with Martin's refusal to abandon the destructive path he has chosen. Despite her heartfelt pleas, it becomes painfully clear that the man she wants to save may be beyond redemption. Meanwhile, the enigmatic presence of Jordan continues to loom over their story, hinting at even deeper layers of deception. Could his connection to Martin reveal more about Claire's true origins? And if so, what other secrets might come to light in the city where no truth stays buried forever? As the echoes of their confrontation linger, one thing remains certain: the relationship between Martin and Claire is far from simple. Their battle between love and destruction, loyalty and freedom, will continue to shape the future of Genoa City. In a place where every whisper can ignite a firestorm, the truth about their connection may be the most dangerous secret of all. It's tough to get one over on young and restless fans, but the mystery surrounding Alan's psychotic behavior is definitely a story that's left us with more questions than answers. The truth? Well, let's just say it may be more outrageous than what you've probably been thinking. We suspected a while back that Alan was his presumed dead twin, Martin, and we certainly felt justified when it was revealed that he was the maniac who kidnapped Sharon and Phyllis and held them captive in an abandoned mental clinic. What a shocker to learn that Traci's brand new fiancé was the freak who was experimenting on the locked-up ladies as though they were lab rats. This definitely had to be Martin. But what if the truth is even more shocking than Martin having lived after the fall from the balcony and taking on his brother's identity? What if the person who committed this insane crime really is Alan? It seems impossible, but it's not like we ever really knew him that well. Alan could have been just as evil as his twin all along, and no one realized it. What a mind-boggler it would be to discover that this man was so effortlessly able to integrate himself into the lives of the Abbotts and act as a sane, respected psychologist without anyone being any the wiser. Conversely, Alan may not have been bad all along. Much was made of his guilt over his twin's tragic death and his involvement in it. Perhaps the good doctor simply snapped at some point after the fall. This could mean that Alan took on his late brother's worst traits in some kind of twist. Either he is experiencing some sort of psychosis or has taken on an alternate personality, much like Ashley. Whether Alan is Alan or Martin, this storyline has definitely kept us all guessing and speculating, and there's every chance the truth will prove to be yet another bizarre twist in this tale. Do you think Alan is Alan or Martin? Vote. In the abandoned corridors of a deserted hospital on the outskirts of Genoa City, Chancey's relentless search for the truth finally paid off. Hidden behind a cracked wall panel, he discovered a covert camera, its lens still glinting with secrets. Connecting it to his portable recorder, he uncovered shocking footage that revealed the mastermind behind the chaos was not who anyone expected. At first, all signs pointed to Alan, the man long suspected of kidnappings and coercion. But as Chance examined the footage, a chilling realization struck. Alan was merely a scapegoat. The real puppet master was Martin, a man known for his calculated schemes and deception. Chance uncovered damning evidence, recordings, messages, and surveillance footage proving Martin had been controlling events from the shadows. He had used hidden cameras and a speaker system to manipulate his victims, including Phyllis and Sharon. Meanwhile, Traci had vanished, her disappearance fueling the urgency of the investigation. With Martin still at large, Chance knew time was running out. Determined to put an end to the terror, he joined forces with Nick. Together, they combed the city, from glittering streets to dark alleyways, desperately trying to track Martin down before he could strike again. As they followed Martin's digital trail, they discovered the full extent of his sinister plan. His phone contained audio recordings, time-stamped messages, and live surveillance feeds, documenting his every move. In one disturbing clip, His voice echoed through the abandoned hospital, issuing commands to keep Phillies and Sharon under close watch. The city teetered on the edge of chaos. Some believed justice would prevail, while others feared Martin was too cunning to be caught, but Chance remained resolute. With Nick by his side, he devised a plan to turn Martin's own tactics against him, using hidden cameras, surveillance, and digital footprints to expose the truth. As the noose tightened around Martin, the stakes grew higher. Every second mattered. Every misstep could mean another innocent life lost. In the face of overwhelming danger, Chance and Nick pressed forward, knowing that their pursuit was the only hope for restoring peace to Genoa City. Now, as law enforcement prepares to strike, the city holds its breath. Will Martin finally be brought to justice, or will he slip into the shadows once more? The answer will determine the fate of Genoa City and all those who call it home.